Hello, I'm Dr. Cheryl. It's lovely to make your video virtual acquaintance. This is an additional teaching to accentuate what you've been studying in the book in the Loving Intention chapter in Buddha's Bedroom about how to set and maintain loving intentions with your partner. And I thought I'd give you a glimpse behind Oz's curtain into my living room. My dog Arwen, my other dog Suka, I don't think you can see. Oh, she's going to raise her head, but she's next to me on her bed, and I'm next to the fire in my living room. Why am I showing off my dogs in my fireplace? Because my partner and I practice the loving intention practice that I've shared with you in the book, and we have our own adaptation of it that we've been using for a few years. And to be honest, we're human beings. Sometimes we forget our passion plan. We kind of fall off the passion wagon. We forget to do this. And then one or the other of us, usually me, the sex and love teacher, but one or the other of us, sometimes it's him, will say, hey, we should do intentions again. Let's do our aspirations or intentions. And we do it right here. He's not home right now. He's at his work. I work at home upstairs, so I am home. And I thought I would show you what we do in the morning. This is my favorite chair, in case you can't tell why. I have a fireplace next to me and a dog on my ankle. What's better than that? My sweetheart's chair is just over off camera here, and that's where he sits in the morning. And we have a ritual around setting intentions for our love relationship to keep our passion and our connection refreshing. Like when you refresh the screen on your computer and get the material up again and up again. This is incredibly important in our love relationship, as you've been reading about in Buddha's Bedroom. So this is what my sweetheart and I do. I've got my cup of tea, he's got his cup of coffee, and we say, let's do intentions. And then we just do the following. We take a moment to think of an intention we want to make for today for our love relationship. So remember, intentions like the bridge between the desire for something. I'd like to not be so crabby with my partner. I'd like to feel more kind. That's the desire. It's not going to lead to a result unless you build a bridge between desire and the goal or the outcome or the actions, right? So intention is that simple. So this morning, for example, I sat and I thought, and it's been a very busy time. I'm recording this right when Buddha's Bedroom is launching out into the world. It's pretty much 14-hour straight work days right now, which is joyful and wonderful. But I must admit, when I work a lot and I'm not getting quite as much sleep as usual, I can get a little irritable, and I have the kind of voice, I've got a very expressive voice. So when I'm irritated, perhaps with the person I love, it can sound a little scratchy. Instead of saying, hey, would you mind letting the dogs out for a pee? I might say, would you let the dogs out for a pee? Because I'm feeling impatient or a little stretched inside, right? So today's intention, when I sat here, live here with my cup of coffee about 4 hours ago, my sweetheart was there, I said, okay, I thought of an intention. I scanned through what I'd like to do differently today to increase our connection and love. And then I said, okay, I've got one. Are you ready? And he said, hang on a sec. I haven't got mine yet. And I just sat, drank my tea. And he said, okay, I'm ready. Who wants to go first? He said he'd go first. And he stated his intention. He said, my intention is to make sure I make you feel like the most important woman in the world today. I'm going to tell you how special you are, and I'm going to give you a little surprise at some point today. Gotta love that, right? I'm like, whoa, okay. Mine was, because I want to work on my tendency, if I'm not being mindful, if I'm not paying attention, to have a snappy or an irritable voice at times. By the way, folks, I'm telling you this to help all of us know none of us are perfect. I'm not particularly proud to be admitting this as something that I have to work on, but I'm also always going to come to you as a straight shooter. So I set my intention. I turned to him, I'll pretend you're him, and I said, okay, babe, my intention for today is if I feel a sense of busyness or stress inside, or I feel impatient, I am going to really try hard to turn it into a patient thought. And most importantly, my intention today is to really work with my voice, that my voice sounds smooth and warm and thoughtful, even if I'm needing to say something about something I need. Basically, my intention is to speak kindly, right? And then we continued having our tea and our coffee with the dogs, and usually there's a couple cats draped here as well. And he went off to work, and I went off to work. It's that simple. I've explained it in some detail, but you know how simple it is? Plunk down in the morning with the person you love. Say, hey, let's set an intention. Take a moment or 2 or 3 to think of something you want to work on today. Super small steps are great, but something actionable. if I had said my intention's to be kinder today, that's a great goal, but where's the action? Where's the tangible step I can make between my intention to be kind today and actually being kind? That's where I might want to say, I'm going to speak more kindly, or I'm going to remember to thank you when you do something sweet for me. The action of the kindness. The intention is the bridge between the desire to be more kind and the outcome or goal of being more kind. So make your intentions specific actions. If you have questions about this, you can email me. And if you love this sort of work and you want more, remember that coming up in the first half of 2019, we'll be debuting my online course for couples, Become Passion, where you'll have very active homework and ways to do this with your spouse and to create love, passion, intimacy, thrill, and sensuality all year long for the rest of your lives. Thanks so much for joining me. Now go back and read that book. Bye for now.